Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2026. Let's take a look at the economic calendar for today. So what is going on here for the Wednesday? We got exports and trade balance data from Japan. As you can see, mixed bag of data. Export a little bit up, better than the forecast of 11%, now 11.7. Adjusted trade balance down from a little bit up, but it wasn't expected, minus 37 trillion yen up to 0.09 trillion yen. CPI data from the UK in line with expectations, 3.3%. It's up from 3%. So CPI is increasing in the UK. Overall, the other data CPI is increasing to 0.7. PPI input up from 0.4 to 4.4%. We are still waiting for the speech from the ECB Elderson, scheduled for release at 9 o'clock. Then we skip to the late London session, early New York session. 1 week repo rate, overnight borrowing rate and overnight lending rate from Turkey are scheduled for release at 1 o'clock. Then at 3:15 we got ECB line to give a speech, and major event of the day, crude oil inventories and Cushing crude oil inventories are scheduled for release at 4:30. At the end of the day, we got 20-year bond auction at 7 o'clock, and ECB President Christine Lagarde will give a speech at 7:30. That's about the current situation on the economic calendar. So without any further ado, let's switch to the charts, and we start with euro dollar. So the euro dollar tested the lower level of technical support, 1.1722, and now is trying to bounce. As you can see, we are out of the channel. We broke some time ago out of this channel. Major technical zone here, which is the demand zone located between 1.1666, 1.1642 is still valid. Now the market is trying to bounce even from the level of 1.1722, and a break above the Monday high at 1.1792 opens the road towards the weekly and monthly high at 1.1850. So that's the situation on the euro dollar. British pound, very strong support is being tested, 1.3483, 1, 2, 3, 4 times tested, 4 times defended. So right now maybe the volatility is not that big, especially intraday. Nevertheless, it looks like the market participants, especially bulls, are fighting for this level quite hard. If they break higher, if they bounce higher, then breakout above 1.3543 is bullish, and breakout above the swing high at 1.3598 is another confirmation that the bulls are in charge of this market. Obviously, the technical divergence, bearish divergence or negative divergence is now done, and the situation with the RSI is quite strong, 50 points to the upside. 50 points is the RSI, so and it's the RSI is pointing to the upside. So any breakout higher, possibly with a bigger momentum, is bullish, as long as this level obviously holds the bearish pressure. US dollar versus the Japanese yen. You can see that the chart here, not much is going on. As you can see, still range trading. We are waiting for the breakout right now. Not much is going on. Let's switch to the gold market, because gold covered the open gap, the weekly gap. Local high 4,832, then we gapped lower. Nevertheless, the situation here is still, as you can see, developing inside of this channel. I'm trying to make it bigger. Let me just try to do it. Let's move this one. There you go. So this is our channel. Let me just move it a little bit. So any changes here? I don't think so. There's no changes. Let me just move this channel a little bit to the right, and we obviously got this technical resistance, but the newest data are pointing out that the resistance is let's say the weekly high and the weekly, this is last week, April 17, 4,889. So maybe we should let's extend this channel a little bit, not a big deal. Let me just extend this channel, so we now have the there you go, this kind of a situation here inside of the channel. And this channel goes, this channel goes a little bit higher as well. Let me just move it. Okay, let's leave it, because it doesn't actually move the way I want it to move. Nevertheless, the situation is still the same. A little bit worse than expected momentum, but now it's bouncing from the level of 32, sorry. So, but it's still negative momentum. Nevertheless, the bulls are trying to move higher, but it's still inside of this range, so it doesn't makes too much a difference. Let me place this parallel channel yet again. Well, this joint channel, I don't think it should be. It should be better, a rough channel, high and low. Let me just stick to the parallel channel. All right, so this is the low for the channel, obviously, and this is there you go, and this is the high for the channel. So we are basically trading in the middle of the channel, in the middle of the overall range, as you can see, based on this situation here. So still range trading on gold. S&P 500 tested the all-time high 7,146. There is a little bit of the pullback. Nevertheless, that is quite, let's say, typical for the S&P 500 and for the financial markets. They're coming off the extremely overbought market conditions. Right now, RSI is still at the level of 62 points. Bulls are trying to move higher, so any breakout above the level of 7,174 is bullish. This is the all-time high, technical resistance, intraday technical resistance as well. Please notice very interesting candlestick pattern, which is this. Right, we got this kind of a dodgy-ish candlestick pattern with the confirmation and extension to the downside, but the extension has been about from the lows of 7,051, as you can see. So we got the internal on this range, we got the internal technical resistance, we got the internal technical support. So this is the situation here, and let me just leave it like it is right now. That's our range. Let's see where the market will break sooner or later. Crude oil down towards the level of $88-87 after the failure to break above this technical resistance. So this is 95.25. And it's still below this, even this technical resistance, 91.06. So the outlook remains bearish with the RSI at 44 points only. Bitcoin on highs. Bitcoin is trying to surpass the level of, let me just take a look, 78,353. Local height for today is 78,452. So marginal movement to the upside. Nevertheless, as you know it, we are trading inside of this flag pattern, and then next target for the bulls is roughly around the level of 80,600. So strong breakout above this level here. 78,333 is definitely bullish. Next target 80,600 for the Bitcoin. This situation here looks very, very impulsive. Looks like the new cycle is forming. Nevertheless, if we take a look from the bigger picture point of view, you can see that there is still some sort, maybe possible flag pattern is being continued. Nevertheless, this situation here, this extension of the flag is taking too much time. All right, it's taking too much time, because if we even if we even count this situation, for example, date and price range, right? So that was the previous flag pattern, and it lasted for 26% to the upside, right? So we went from this level to this level, 21%, sorry, and 54 days. All right, now this, and then there was a breakout to the downside, flag pattern confirmed. This flag pattern lasts already. There you go, 75 days, and from that low to this high is 30%. So it's already bigger. So the bulls are trying harder to move higher. Nevertheless, it's still not invalidated from the textbook example and technical point of view. We should break above the upper channel line, which is this one, right? Let me just place it here, and I will make it black, right? If we break above the black line of a flag pattern, the outlook should be bullish, right? Obviously, technical resistance, first technical resistance, second technical resistance. We need to test it. We need to see, especially bulls needs to see what is going on there. However, as I said, this forming and developing of this flag pattern takes too long, right? 75 days. when two more weeks and we have 90 days, 3 months. That's a little bit overstretch. It's still possible that the market will reverse and move lower, but the higher we go, the chances decrease actually for the reversal, right? So please keep an eye on this current situation on Bitcoin and on the rest of the financial markets, and obviously I will keep you updated tomorrow as well. So thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.